Oh, man, you guys look real good. Go ahead and have a seat. Comedy Cube. All right. You guys are in for a treat. This comic comes to the stage very, very funny. Start clapping your hands right now. Come on. Start clapping your hands right now. Give it up for my girl, Allyson Vastano.
So I learned something new about myself recently. I'm going to share it with all of you. So basically, I found out there's nothing that can possibly bother me as long as I'm high. Yeah, unfortunately though, I found that out when I was at the laundromat and a guy sitting next to me started jerking off and I didn't notice. I was that content, like, and it was, and it wasn't entirely my fault or the weed's fault for not noticing because he was doing a special move, all right? He didn't fully have his dick out, okay? He had his dick tucked underneath his sweatshirt, like a gentleman, okay? He was a conservative public masturbator, and I didn't even fucking yell at him. I just made him pay for my laundry. I was like, an eye for an eye, a load for a load, right? And the weirder part about my personality, I think, is that, okay, so there was another guy there. He was minding his own business across the room, but this guy was whistling loudly, and I fucking hate that guy way more. I was like, can you keep it down? My friend is trying to come over here. Loser. I'm recently, I celebrated an anniversary. I've been on birth control for 15 years. It's the only thing I've ever committed to is getting cummed in, basically. You guys want me to feel embarrassed about that? But I know some of you do the pull-out method, so... You know what I mean? Like, people are doing the pull-out method. I don't fuck with that. I feel like if I wanted somebody to jerk off on top of me awkwardly, I'd just go to the laundromat, okay? I fuck with birth control. It's done me right for all these years. Like, I got a new birth control now. It's called an IUD. When I tell men that I have an IUD, they just think I'm making a Call of Duty reference. Because you guys just don't have to worry about anything but video games. And it's not an explosive device. It's not. It's basically like the unlimited data plan of birth control. Like, I have 5G LTE pussy at this point. And I kind of feel like if I don't have sex at least 12 times a month, like, am I even making use of my plan correctly? I don't know. I'm from New England, and oh, one woo for New England. I realized that, like, I didn't know I was from Winterfell until I moved to Southern California. Like, I have no casual intimacy skills at all. I hate being hugged. Do you know the warm embrace from another person that you love? Yeah, I fucking hate that. And I can't blame it entirely on, like, you know, just like where I'm from, but I also grew up in a conservative family, and I kind of feel like I was raised, like I went from a handshake straight to penetration with nothing in between. And now I'm awkward. And now I'm just weird in social situations. Like, somebody, like, will come in for a hug, and I'm like, ugh. You haven't even been inside me yet. What are you thinking? I don't know. I'll blame that on my mom, right? My mom, she's cool. She thinks I'm doing porn now. Your New England mom, the only way she thinks you're doing porn is just move to Southern California. She's like, yeah, you're doing porn. I'm like, it's 9 a.m. Can we do a different conversation right now? Yeah, she did ask me if I was doing porn at 9 a.m. and I was just like, you know that I take the bus, though. how fucking sad do you think my life is? You think I'm shooting over to get double penetrated and then just limping to the bus stop after? Rude. And it's like, I wasn't mad at her for accusing me of being a sex worker. I was mad that she automatically assumed I wasn't a successful one. That's like a mom burn. Do you know what I'm talking about? That makes you like think about yourself on a different level. I don't know. I think I would be a really gracious sex worker. So I was pissed. I was like, yo, if I was doing porn, I'd be giving out gifts left and right. I was like, Mom, if I was a porn star, you wouldn't be driving a Kia anymore. If I was doing porn, you'd be whipping a Benz around town and keeping your whore mouth shut, honestly. I still am like, every day I wake up and I'm like, am I wasting my time? Should I be doing porn? Like, because honestly, I'm already posting a bunch of slutty pictures on the internet. I'm just doing it on apps where nobody is asking for them at all. Like, the only time I've ever made any money off of my content is one day I posted a picture like of my butt like this on Facebook, and my aunt Venmo'd me $20 to take it down. So that's my OnlyFans bag. Oh man, I was a really good kid though. Like growing up, I was like kind of like a dorky kid. I never ever smoked or drank at all. And when I tell people that, they're like, "Oh, that's so cool. You avoided peer pressure. Like that's great for you." And I was like, "I didn't avoid anything. I just didn't get invited to a single party. I just wore Skechers." And those are like the official shoes of Tattletales or some shit. I don't know. I was just a ginger wearing Skechers, and they were like, we don't need her at the party. It's full, actually. We're good. I didn't want to do that stuff either. Like, I was just one of those kids that like loved being a kid. You know, I couldn't comprehend that other kids were doing bad stuff. Like, I would hear about drugs. I'd be like, do drugs? I have a Bop It Extreme in my closet. 24/7 access. And I wanted to be cool. I just thought that you could be yourself, which is the opposite of what you're supposed to do as a kid. Like, I remember, like, I had crushes on boys, and I really wanted them to notice me, and no one was fucking noticing me, and I couldn't stand it. So I came up with this strategy. I was at the dance. There was this boy I liked. I just started repping out push-ups in front of him. I was like, Scott doesn't notice me yet, but wait till he sees my triceps. Then he's gonna wanna fuck me. We are 12. I don't know. I was a horny kid. I was like super horny, and I'm a ginger, and that was really rough. Like, I personally feel that redheaded people feel embarrassment at like a way higher level than the rest of you. Like, we go through it. Like, you all know a ginger kid that would like turn red and freak out. I call it ginger panic. It used to happen to me all the time. People would catch me in my feelings, and I didn't like that shit. And so I started being more defensive because of it. The worst thing I ever did, okay, getting caught in ginger panic, I remember. Again, I had a crush, remember, horny kid. My first crush, I was 9. Crush on this boy, thought I was being DL about it. Because you remember your first crush, you're like, nobody knows. But really, I was doing a bunch of obvious shit, like staring at him without blinking for long periods of time. So everybody caught on. And I got called out, like in like a movie at lunchtime. I was in the cafeteria, and someone just screamed across the room, "Allyson loves Julian!" And then I just had ginger panic. And I couldn't think of anything that was wrong with him, so I just blurted out, "I don't love Julian, he's black." That was my de-escalation technique. I was like, whoa, 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 you guys got me all wrong. I'm I'm not in love, I'm racist. How can I love Julian when I love Hitler? All right, thanks, guys. Have a good night.
This has been a Funny Media Group production.